If you ride with me, don't gotta work for the both of us. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry in the name of love. When you ride with me, don't gotta worry when tomorrow comes. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry now, cause we stay in control in the name of love. For the both of us, I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry in the name of love. When you ride with me, don't gotta worry when tomorrow comes. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry no, cause we stay in control in the name of love. If you ride with me, don't gotta worry for the both of us. You in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry in the name of love. When you ride with me, don't gotta worry when tomorrow comes. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry no, cause we stay in control in the name of love.
We made it back. Hoping I can catch this before the complete lighting disappears on me. But I still do not have a... what are they called? A ring light. A ring light, portable light, a light adapter. My day was really good. Really enjoyed it. Hydrate your lips. So I went to King's dog daycare and it was absolutely amazing, and the lady who was hosting us, well, the session, was Caitlin, and she was amazing. Her hospitality was great. She was very considerate, very attentive. She played with us with the dogs. There was a few other people with me in the session. Overall 10/10 experience. They do it in sessions. They start from 11 o'clock in the morning and it costs £20 per person. The session around 45 minutes, but she let it go on for a little bit longer because there was a few people that came a little bit late. Bless her sweetheart. She extended the session, which I thought was really sweet. I've been trying to do a lot more solo dates and to bring you guys along with me so you guys can kind of see what it's like. Hopefully eventually you guys build the courage and confidence to do these kind of things on your own, because they are so beneficial for your health. It really allows you to sit down and have deep conversations with yourself, do little things like solo dates and time to yourself and activities on your own. Really helps you build that kind of relationship with your own company. And so rather than associating you being on your own as loneliness, you kind of find it more peaceful instead and loving. You want to make it a comfortability to be on your own, as well as enjoy company with others and your lovers. You can see from some of the clippings that I will include, the doggies come in with a big introduction. It's really cute and the dogs are so friendly and so sweet and so loving and so cuddly. I am such an animal person and I absolutely adore dogs, so I was honestly in my element. So you get to feed them treats. You also get a free drink included, which I think is really nice. You get a choice of coffee or a cold drink or a fizzy drink. I'm George. Oh my goodness. So I would not personally have thought of a Dachshund dog. Did I pronounce that right? Please tell me if I pronounced that wrong. A Dachshund dog would be as cuddly and comforting as George was. He was my therapy. Honestly, he was my therapy. I think I'm going to get one. I've decided. He warmed my heart, honestly. I could sit there all day with him. It's a really, really cute aesthetic place, and I definitely will go again. And I think I'll try out some more and new ones, maybe with cats next time. But we will see, and I will bring you guys along with that one as well. If you struggle with the thought of doing a solo date or going somewhere on your own, little things like this and going to a dog cafe is a great first experience for a first time solo date idea, because you don't have that worry of awkwardness and, oh, they're looking at me because there's no one else sitting in front of me, or they probably think I got stood up on a date, or I'm very weird for sitting on my own because the dogs will naturally distract you, and it's such a loving and warm experience with the dogs because they make you feel so good. Obviously, if you're not a dog person, don't go to a dog cafe, but little things like this where your brain is consistently distracted by doing something. So playing with the dog, stroking, cuddling, talking. These are really great ideas to help you build your confidence in dating yourself. And then so on, you can take yourself out to lunch on your own. Also, bring something with you next time. If you want to go to lunch on your own, bring a laptop, bring an iPad, bring your phone, and maybe do some work. Or pretend like you're doing work. If that makes you feel more at ease. Never feel scared to just go out into the world and do whatever you want. You are in your own world. This is your life. Be the main character in your life. One reason why solo dating is so important is because it is so important to be happy alone before you enter a relationship. If you are not happy on your own, do not get into a relationship, because this is where it downfalls, because you are relying on that person and you're relying on their company and you're relying on their presence in order to make you happy. And your life should never be like that. A relationship, lover, a friend should always be a bonus to your happiness. They should never be your happiness, and they should never be the reason why you're happy. They should only be an addition to your happiness. And that is really essential for any healthy relationship, friendship. There is a reason as to why you need to be happy on your own, is because if you are unhappy single, you are most likely going to settle for less than what you actually deserve, and a high chance of struggling to set your boundaries. And solo dating is always a great opportunity to explore the world and broaden your mind, because honestly, some people are just busy. Sometimes your friends are busy, and sometimes they're tired, or they're working, or they're away, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that you should stop and wait for them. That's ridiculous. It's also really important because everyone has things that they're healing from, and this is another reason why I think it's so important to heal from your traumas and your past experiences before you intervene with anyone else. Doing solo dates is so crucial and beneficial for your growth as a person. It's going to help you explore your passions, and it's going to allow you to take time to heal and grow as a person. This can be such a positive experience, and therefore it kind of is a form of self-love, because you're doing this for you, for your future relationships, future family, and future children. But don't get it twisted. If you are doing it to actively distract yourself and not involve yourself in intimacy, and there's no personal development there, then that is not healthy for you. It's going to help you learn how to ignore what other people think, and that is one of the greatest reasons why you should solo date. Of course, you're going to feel awkward at first. That's just natural. It's normal. My first solo date was in Thailand, and it was the most awkwardest thing ever. But to be honest, it's less awkward in Thailand because I think it's just as expected. There's a lot of digital nomads there and solo travelers, so it's as expected to be on your own. Obviously, naturally, when you're in your own head, you're just gonna think everyone's looking at you and really no one really cares about you. They really don't. And you might, I know the biggest fear might be that they might come and ask you if you're meeting someone or if you're waiting for someone, especially if the waitress comes over and goes, "Oh, are you waiting for somebody?" And you have to turn and be like, "No, I'm not." But that's okay, because that is another confidence boost. You have to respond. You have to confidently respond and say, "No, I'm just on my own." And that's it. That's all you have to say. "No, I'm just on my own." Eventually, the more and more you do this, the more and more your brain is not going to be focusing on what other people think, and in fact focusing on what you're doing here in the first place. And it allows you to really take in the moment. You're not going to be single forever, so try things on your own. Discover yourself, discover what you like, enjoy the freedom. Being single is so amazing. It gets put off so easily by saying that. It's almost like it's so wrong to be single, and it's not. It's not about anybody else either when you're single. It's about you, and sometimes you're never going to get that back. You'll either be single again at one point in your life, or you might never be single again. And so during your time when you're on your own, try things, discover things, because life is very different when you commit to somebody. It's so empowering, independent, to just be able to do what you like and what you want, honestly. But anyway, you should be doing solo dates in a relationship as well, because that's really healthy. You should never neglect yourself when you get into a relationship. You should always be focusing on yourself as much as you are in your relationship, and that is what maintains a healthy relationship. And eventually, once you overcome the awkwardness, it becomes incredibly peaceful, because you just disconnect from everyone and everything and every stigma and every stereotype and social standards, and you just disconnect, because like I said, you become you in your own world, in your own magical life. You don't have to maintain a conversation with anyone. When you do these solo dates, come off social media, don't text anybody, go incognito for a bit, you know? Take a break from feeding your mind everything that's on social media, because not everything on social media is healthy. So solo dating also doesn't just mean that you're alone all the time. Naturally, because you are on your own, you may attract people, and people may want to sit down with you, and this is where you will create new friends, and you will meet people, and you will network. I think that's so great, because I think majority of us actually really struggle to make friends and don't really know how to once you leave school, unless it's in a work environment. And so little things like this just kind of force the universe to bring people your way. Or even if you just sit at the bar and you order a drink, and you never know who might start talking to you and who you'll come across. And this can really help if you're an introvert, because you don't have to do anything, you just have to wait for them to come to you. You just sit there and you look pretty, or you look handsome, you buy yourself a drink, and you just wait. Another thing about doing solo dates and being on your own is that you can kind of prove to yourself that you're okay on your own, and it makes you appreciate the time that you have with your friends when you allow yourself that space from your family and your friends and your lover, because sometimes we all do need to reset, and sometimes we do lose ourselves. That happens because when you build a relationship with someone and you have all these emotions and you care about somebody, sometimes it's so quick for our brains to just focus directly on the one person that we are radiating love for. Having a routine or a tradition for yourself every now and then is very, very, very good to keep you grounded. It also encourages you to be yourself. It teaches you that there's no one around to tell you that you can't be you. And sometimes when you do have people around you, perhaps toxic or not toxic, unintentionally or intentionally, they do make you feel like you can't be yourself. And sometimes because of that, you don't really know who you are as a person. This is really, really going to help you know who you are and be confident in who you are, so that when you are around people next time, the energy and the confidence is just radiating off of you. Learn how to make your own choices. Sometimes you can be in a very toxic household, and growing up your choices were never valid and they were never considered. And naturally that can cause a lot of long-term effects in your friendships and your work colleagues. It means that your voice is not heard. So being on your own, you get to decide where you want to go, what you want to eat, what would you like to do next, what time you want to go to bed, what film you want to watch next. It's really important to be able to make your own decision, and without feeling the need to have acceptance from your parents or friends. Obviously within boundaries. Never disrespect your parent. You don't have to wait or worry about how your choices affect anyone in that moment. It's really helpful to do solo experiences to get away from the negatives. Going out with friends is fun, and usually part of that night is spent talking. Sometimes you need a break from hearing about everybody else's issues and everybody else's problems, and sometimes you need to sit down and have deep conversations with yourself, and you have to ask yourself deep questions that perhaps you cannot do that because your brain is so focused on everybody else. out. So it gives you enough time to be patient and relaxed, even think of solutions for your own problems, and in the future this will also change your outlook on your problems. Those are a few reasons why I think solo dating is so beautiful and so necessary. I'll give you guys some examples on some solo dates that you can do. And go for a drive. You can go and get coffee and tea, you can go to a museum, you can go to an art expedition, you can do people watching at the park, dinner dates, bottomless brunch on your own. Is the end of my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share. All of the love that I have received from all of you guys has still been overwhelming. Every video that I posted so far has had great feedback and just genuine love, and it just makes me more and more happy to do these for you guys. It encourages me more, and I just honestly wouldn't be able to do this without the response that I have already gotten. I hope to see you guys go on your solo dates soon, and if you do, tag me, let me know what you do. If you have any questions, message me, drop me a DM, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!